Hello, so this is Cheryl. I hope you're super great. I'm pretty good. I have laryngitis from a weekend of having laryngitis, so I was not at a sporting event or other activity wherein you yell. Would just rather have a cold. But a lot of you asked about your grades to date, so I want to make sure that you understand how to calculate that. I can't do it easily student by student simply because you're only halfway through the course and your grade depends upon which chapters you drop. So what I'm going to show you is an easy way to calculate it yourself. So over here, just give you an example, you have every point possible in this class. There are 2,342 points possible in the class. You're going to drop 220 of them because you're going to drop 2 chapters worth of material. So the total remaining will be 2,142 points. Now go ahead and take the amount you got in your syllabus. Self-introduction. Introductory Connect assignments. Okay, now we get into a little more complicated stuff here. So for each chapter, let's start down here. There's 110 points. Each chapter includes 5 things: an exam, a quiz, logic case, learn smart activity, and assignment. Those 5 items that are in each chapter are worth 110 points. That's what you're dropping, is one combined chapter's worth of materials. And we'll talk about that in a minute. There are 16 chapters, but only the best 14 count. Okay? Let's go ahead and go over here. What are the best 14? Well, the 2 that I would drop are this one, where I got a 0, and the next lowest one looks like 67. So those are the 2 chapters that I would drop, 267 and 0. And I'll show you in a minute how you do that. I had a bit of trouble. You'll notice I started out pretty strong. Something happened here where I got a little bit behind. I had some kind of family emergency, and then I kind of sort of caught up here at the end. That's what I'm hoping some of you are doing. Then the video cases and the news articles are special. You're special too, but they're special. Okay, so there's 6 video cases and there's 5 news articles. Each one's worth 10 points. It's not a lot of points, but the reason you can't drop them is because it's too complicated. For most students, well, it's too complicated based on my communication of how it works. So we just decided to separate them, and that was pretty well articulated in your syllabus. So you go and see how many you've done. Well, I got 50 points worth. However that was, I did 5 out of 6, or I did 50 points out of 60 points worth. I did 40 points out of 50 points on the news articles. Okay, so at the end of the day, I put all my points here, and I go in and I'm going to drop the 2 lowest chapters, and here's how I'm going to do it. So watch down here what happens. Okay, so I'm going to drop 220 points. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop them here. See, right now I have 79% based on my performance. C+. And I delete that one, and I delete the other lowest chapter, which we determined was 67. A couple of bad weeks for me. Okay. What happened? My grade went down. But what I need to do is go over here and also delete the points from the denominator. Now, see how much it went up? From 79% to 84%. Okay? So those 2 drops will help. But you need to make sure you take them out of the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so let's put that back together for use on another day. Now, let's go over here to the current situation. Whatever your current situation is, you can do it as far as that is. Okay, so we have completed chapter 9, right? These are your total points. It's the same as it was over here. Only, boy, that person missed the introductory Connect assignments. I'd sure like to give them some points there. Okay, so when I gave them the points, if they went over here, their score would have gone up to 80. And of course, if I delete the 2 lowest chapters, it will go up. How much will it go up? Well, it's amazing. It went up to 86%. Okay, so, all right, let's go back over here. This is what we've done so far. We've recorded everything. Now look, we've only done through chapters 9, which means we've only had 5 video cases instead of 6. So we got 40 of the 50 points so far. Okay, there's only 50 possible because we're only at chapter 9. We didn't do this one right here. With the news articles, there's only 3 that have occurred so far. The other 2 have not. So assuming you haven't done them because they haven't occurred so far, let's say you have 30 points. possible, and you've earned 20 of them. Okay? So these scores right here are lower because we haven't gone past chapter 9. Okay? All right, now we put in this chapter, how we done. We need to add those together. And that's what we've done so far. Now, how do we calculate our grade to date? Well, our grade to date is currently 77.2. Is that good? Sure, it's nice. It's kind of almost a C+. So, and there won't be any curving because nobody needs any curving in this class because they're all super smart. So what I do is, let's say, if I don't drop anything, I'm getting a high C and or a mid C+, and I'm comfortable with that. Okay, then you can drop another one. If you say, well, I'm not comfortable with it all, I want to get an A in this class, then you say, well, I'm going to study hard on those, so I'm going to drop 2. So I drop this one, numerator and denominator, and I drop this one, numerator and denominator. Look what happened. It went up to 86% because I took out the 2 less good ones. Now, probably more realistic is what happens is you're going to miss out on another one. This is the worst you could be doing. Let's say you just drop 1 because you think you're going to miss one later on in the term or not do as well. It still went up. Okay? So as long as you put all your grades, you take it out of the numerator, which is over here, and the denominator, then you'll be all good to go. Okay? All right, now, that's just the example that I'll post right there for you. I don't think you'll have any problem at all doing this. And if you have any questions on how this works, certainly by all means let me know, and I will be available to you. And we'll talk soon. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.